Rimjim, we can start the session. Let him continue.
Okay,
Meanwhile, you
guys,
can
welcome to Ignite India. This is the second session of our expert class with Anand sir. Sir, you can continue now.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So, as said, guys, I'm sharing now a sample paper of Pearl exam, right? And I hope you guys are able to see my screen and look at the questions, right? So I realize so basically what I'm trying to tell you here is, now let's assume that this is going into online. So I look at, there are 60 questions. I know that it's a 1 hour, that is 60 minutes. So I'll quickly look at the questions. I see, okay, passage A, passage B. First question, all the way, it's going to go. There are, vocabularies involved. There is fill in the blanks involved. And there are, again, synonyms and antonyms kind of a things, syllogisms involved here, right? Grammar involved and logic involved. So logic, I see that it starts from 36. So till 1 to 35, I know it is verbal, predominantly, not going into specific part. Then from 36, I look at the questions and I go to all the way till 60, and I realize, chalo, theek hai, khatam kahani, till 36 to 60, it's quant. So this is how I break up my two sets. I hope you understand. Now I want you to understand, look into what are basically the things that I'm trying to do here when you see a question. Okay. Now the point is, I do not know how your preparation has been, but for people who are into Pearl, continue your preparation, but start putting this thought. And if there are students here who are preparing for next year, understand how your preparations got to be. Okay. I want you all to look at question number 55. You realize question number 55, it says two numbers are in the ratio 1:2. If 7 is added to both, the ratios become 3:5. The greater number is. Right? So this is how we basically solve. Now, if I have to solve this question, right, using a regular method, then I see this question as, okay, there are, so basically, how will you solve these kinds of questions, right? So most of us will start these kinds of questions by saying, there are two numbers, right? 1:2. So I will take x and 2x because that is how it has been taught to me, and I will solve this. Great. So now I am now constantly making you concentrate into two kinds of people. Okay. One who says the two numbers be x and 2x. Now I'm adding 7. So it will be x plus 7 and it will be 2x plus 7. And this ratio becomes 3:5. So 3/5. Now these are those people who know how to solve it. Now there are many people who will leave this question directly. Okay. So I would suggest you not to do that. So what you will do, you will now cross multiply and get an answer for x. Great. I'm so glad you did this. But what are you supposed to do, or how do I save time? When I said save time, how do I save time? Look at this. What are you adding? You are adding 7. And when you add 7, you are adding 7 to both the numbers, right? When you add 7, the numerator becomes and the denominator becomes 3:5, which means my denominator becomes a multiple of 5. Otherwise, my denominator will never have a 5 in it. Only if I have a multiple of 5, when my denominator can have a 5. Otherwise, it will never have a 5 in it. You are adding 7. Don't you see 28 here? Which plus 7 gives me 35, which is a multiple of 5. So your answer is actually B. If you do this, you will get the same answer as B. But the point is, how do I eliminate things and become safe? Let's look into this question here. I want you guys to look into this question number 57. 57 says, what is the value of P plus Q divided by P minus Q if P by Q is 7? So they gave me P by Q as 7. I will write that as 7/1. And what will I do in turn? I will consider P as 7 and Q as 1. Now substitute here. P plus Q, 7 plus 1, 8. P minus Q, 7 minus 1, 6. What is 8/6? 4 by 3, and that's my answer. I do not have to sit and cross multiply and try to find the answer. So there are guys, so that what I'm trying to say is there are questions which will give you answers in a click of a button. You got to identify such questions. Okay, it's all about you identifying such questions. I'm not saying all of the questions will follow this, but there will be some questions in every paper which will follow this, right? So those who are writing Perl, I would suggest that don't drastically change your strategy, retain it, keep it. But those who are preparing for the rest of the exams in the upcoming season, in the next academic year or the upcoming academic year, I want you guys to start practicing on this law, right? That's number one. Number two is about splitting this into your slot of strength, weakness, first preference of set of solving, second preference set of solving. So those are the things that you guys have to end up doing right now while you're preparing and as well as while you're doing your exam. But what you got to be very, very careful about is don't try to do anything new on the exam day. That's going to backfire. Whatever you have been doing today, continue doing that with small changes of identifying your strength, identifying your weakness, but don't try to do anything new during your exam. Okay, so whatever you learned, you start placing. Right, guys? Nod your head. Yeah, thank you. So, Rimjin, this is what I wanted to say. You can take it from here, guys.
Okay, guys, do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can just write in the chat or unmute yourself and ask our expert. Anyone, any doubts?
If you have a doubt, what you do is just type in your name and then unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and you can talk. Okay, RJ, I think you can take up the questions if they have some. Okay. And if there are something typical, then we can always connect and do it later, right?
Yes. Krishna sir, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here with you. Rim?
Yes.
Yeah, I do have a bit of network issue, so it's keep coming and going. But yeah, guys, I want, like, people who are writing the exam on this 18th, you can ask your question related to your papers. Or you haven't started solving the paper also. Next year student, for you, it is like, you can learn here, but you can get the overall idea what was the syllabus and how to handle it. That was the idea for you. But this year student, you don't have any question. That means you have not started or what? That's all right. That's all right. So if you have a question, it's okay. Or
okay,
else,
there's a question from Tejal. I want to get more insight when how to get basic math, what to do when basic math basis isn't very strong.
Okay, Tejal, before so one thing that I want to ask is, are you writing, you're asking for Perl or you're basically asking in a general,
It's for Perl, it's for Perl.
All right, great. So it's like tsunami is coming. How do I construct a boat right now, right? So
yes, sir.
That's 3 days we got to do our math strong. So Tejal, what I would suggest is pick up certain areas, which areas especially in arithmetic, okay? Because the ratios, percentages, these are the areas which are very, very commonly asked questions. Ratios, percentages, profit and loss. Okay, I will come to these questions. So that's something that we can basically we should look into, and then start solving as many questions as possible. So that's the only way you can probably make your base strong. So I would only suggest this: take Perl's past exam papers, right? Sample papers, past exam papers, and start solving all the questions from there, one by one after the other, right? So that you have an understanding of what kind of syllabus coverage that we are doing and what kind of accuracy are you going to get. Because apart from that, me asking you to do the entire maths now in the three days is like, no words for it. So I would only suggest that take your past sample papers and start working on it.
Okay,
Right?
sir. Thank you.
Julie had a question saying that if you have vocab as your strength, then how do questions be left when there's 50% chance to be right?
Aparna,
Julie,
can you unmute
which-
yourself and ask the question?
Sorry, yeah, there was a lot of typo mistake. I just want to know if there's like especially in English, there are chances that you might think you're right, and how do I exactly leave the questions then? Because unlike maths and GK, here there is like a chance that you might be right. Like 50% you might feel like, okay, this is correct. So how do I
So
exactly
the first
leave
thing
the?
that you got to do, Aparna, is when it comes to English, your approaches have to be in two ways. One is selecting the right answer. Second is negating the wrong answer. You just can't run behind searching for a right answer. You also have to do the elimination method. There is an elimination method also involved in English. So when do I say an elimination method is, I look at a question, I look at the four options, and I am very confirmed that these two answers cannot be my answer. It's a confirmed one. Now, let's assume that the confusion is between a question which has, so there is no confusion when I know the right answer. The confusion is that there are two answer options and both of them look right. Right? Leave that question. Because the probability of getting it wrong is equal in the same sense. Unless and until both of them look right, but one of them looks, has a chance of being right on the priority side, then I choose that question. Because 0.25 marking negative means that I lose 1 mark for every 4 questions. So I still can take that kind of a risk for maybe 3 or 4 questions, but not beyond that. Not every question can go under that risk category. So I can choose one if there are out of 2 questions I have a doubt, but I'm sure that one supersedes the other in terms of being an answer. Then I pick one. But if both of them have the equal rating done, then I will probably leave that question.
Okay.
Right? Yes, Karan, please.
Karen, you are next. Can you ask the question?
Yes, sir. So I just wanted to ask, how do you improve your GK and current knowledge, like information? Like, how do you learn more about that outside of just reading the newspaper every day? Assuming you have time.
So Karan, I wanted to know by when.
Sir, I'm not writing the Pearl exam, so I'll be writing the next upcoming NIT exams.
Absolutely good. Then in that case, what you got to do is start taking a lot of, one is reading, that many people say. I also say something like start taking a lot of GK tests. You know why these are important. So when we start taking tests, a test has a question followed by four answer options, right? Where only one answer option belongs to that question. But the remaining three answer options belongs to some other information. So when I'm putting an effort to a question, if I do not know the correct answer, I will look at information for all the 4 answer options. Why? Because at one go, I'm getting 4 informations. So just imagine that you're doing 20 questions in a day of GK. And for every answer option, you're getting information, you're searching for information. And 4 into 20, 80 informations you have by the end of the day. So GKs are done well when you yourself search for information rather than you wait for an information to come to you. You would have realized that there are a lot of things that you would have searched over a period of time and that information still remains with you, versus there are a lot of things that you have read over a period of time but that information is still not with you. So between reading and searching, yes, Karen.
Sorry, sir. And I just wanted to ask you where you would suggest taking GK test.
where I would suggest taking GK tests. Rahel should be having a lot of it. Krishna, please help her getting some GK tests, or you have a lot of them in an online space current, so you do not have to bother. Okay.
Thank
But
you,
if you
sir.
want to read them, then you have an annual subscription of, let's say, Competitive Success. You have Manorama, general knowledge books, annual subscription. You can pick it and right.
Okay. Any other
Yes, sir.
questions anyone
you.
else has?
Right. RJ, I would suggest one thing. If you can take the list of the questions, we can connect and answer, because I'm sorry I have another demo coming up in the next 2 minutes.
Okay. No problem, sir. Thank you, Anand sir, for being here with us. Thank you, students, for
Thanks,
being
guys. See ya. All the very best for Pearl,
Send in,
and
drop
see
in
you
all
soon
your
for your
questions
next
there,
vacation.
and please like, subscribe our Ignite India channel, and please share this video when it's up. Thank you, guys. Bye. Thank you, Anand sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
All the
Anand sir.
best, guys.
Thank
See you
everyone.
soon once the lockdown gets over.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.